What's going on, ESGN Nation, and welcome back to another episode here today as we're here in the Mission Recondition series of the Broncos country here on ESGNet plus LP. And today we got a pretty good matchup here today, to be honest. We got a pretty good, nice, excellent Sunday night matchup here between the Washington Commanders, who are hosting us, and of course our Denver Broncos in today's action here. So yeah, nice little Sunday night matchup here to of course, not necessarily in the week, but to of course get the try to go in the week strong here with a nice little matchup. Us also as well here in today's episode, we'll also go to week 14 as we'll take on the Raiders for the second time this season, as we actually got a big game coming up in week 15 as we take on the Pack coming up as well, but that'll be in episode 8. But as you take a look here, we've really truly have really turned the team around here, as we're really doing a great job here offensively. We're really going out and really slugging against some pretty big names here. I'm hoping that we can do the same thing against the Pack in the next episode. But before we get to that big game, we got to get ready for this one here, as we're currently 7-4 right now, tied with the Chargers, taking first place there. And of course, Chargers do have a win over us, and of course we get a chance to face them here. Of course, we're hoping that the Chargers will get a loss coming up in this week's or within the next 2 weeks here. And of course, you see the Washington Commanders there, not having a great season there. As you see the last couple of games there, they kind of, out of the last 5, they're 3-2. They lost against the Chiefs and the Seattle Seahawks in that those 2 weeks there, and then of course they recently now bounced back, and of course got a nice win over Miami, 26-20 in that matchup there, as they were able to of course get themselves a nice overtime win, getting a nice little touchdown to of course help them secure that win. And Jayden Daniels, of course, there 217, a touchdown. He was sacked twice. He was 19 of 27, completing 70% of his passes. Of course, Tua 216, completed 62% of his passes, as he was 22 and 20 or 35 or something like that. Not a good night there for him. And of course, there you see the rushing numbers as well, as Elker there for Washington had a nice 100-yard day in his pursuit there, helping with the win. But yeah, Washington trying to, of course, keep this momentum going here, as there's still a chance for them to get the NFC East title, as the Eagles right now probably are obviously the heavy favorite in that. But you also have, you really don't have to worry about the Cowboys, because the Cowboys are, well, they're just right down lousy right now. And so it's pretty much them and the Eagles taking that spot. I know I'm missing another team here, in that it would be the Giants. Giants, I think, are down there with the Cowboys there as well. So, or actually, no, if I'm not correct, I think they're all tied right now. So really, it's anybody's game here. As we'll take a look at some of Jaylen's numbers here, as he's 6'4", 210 pounds from LSU, and of course we all know about his career so far here in the NFL, really turning a lot of heads, and of course making some really good upward progress in his career, as he is definitely a fan favorite amongst a lot of people, including myself in IRL. But we'll also see Terry McLaurin, or you see a superstar X Factor, 93 overall. He's got a -2 in morale, and of course he is going to be their prime target there when it comes to the passing game here this week in this matchup there. So I'm sure Jaylen is definitely going to be really relying on him as much as he possibly can in this matchup. And of course, Deebo Samuel, longtime 49er, and now here in the East Coast here. Of course, he gets he's got some ties to the East Coast. He was there at South Carolina for his college career, and now back here on the East Coast in Washington, in the nation's capital, playing for them, as he's, of course, definitely one of the best of the best wide receivers out there right now in the game. And, of course, Bobby Wagner, a former Utah State guy. If you guys have been following the series here on the channel with Utah State, Bobby Wagner, of course, he's been in the league for quite a few years now, making a name for himself, especially up there in the Pacific Northwest for the Seahawks many years ago. And, of course, a lot of more there as well, as he is their corner, and he'll definitely be patrolling the grounds there. And, of course, a former and, of course, long time Broncos, one of my favorites, Von Miller, here with the Commanders, playing his remaining days here. And, of course, before coming here, he was in Buffalo, and now here with the Commanders, trying to spark something here with them. So currently, this is the current look right now. If the season ended today, we would be the number 6 seed, taking on those damn Chargers, as, of course, the Chiefs are behind us in 7th place there. So we got at least 3 of the 4 teams there in the AFC West being represented. We'll see how things go here today, as, of course, our game plan here is, of course, just really try to keep Jayden Daniels in check, not let him get too comfortable in that pocket. And, of course, Deebo Samuel and McLaurin will be definitely doing their job there to help him out as much as they can. And, of course, it'll be probably a no-fly zone when it comes to the passes there, as, like I said, mentioned before, their safeties, all that will try to do their best here to make sure that the end zone stays, drama-free when it comes to touchdown receptions, as well as stopping the rushing game. Now, they're not really good at stopping the rush, but they are definitely good at stopping the pass. So that is something we'll have to look to, as we want to, of course, so far, right now, Bo Nix has been doing an excellent job there with the passing game here, as he has not passed, he has not thrown that many interceptions as of late. Let's see if he can keep that trend in here, as we'll see a quick run there. That'll be a 4th and inches now coming up here, as they'll have to make a decision, and then, of course, they will make the decision to go ahead and kick or punt the ball there and give us the ball here on our own 23-yard line. So 1st and 10, as we'll see Bo Nix in the backfield there, along with looks like Dobson. And so we'll see a quick pass, and that ball is going to be completed, as that'll be a nice job there for a 1st down, as we are successfully able to get our first down in the game here today. So, yeah, we'll see here what we can do here against this team that we obviously don't get to see too often. And so we'll see Bo Nix here scramble around here. Doesn't find nobody down the field, as I think Mims was the intended target there. He was trying to let Bo Nix know that he was open, but no such luck there. So that's going to be a nice first 5-yard carry, as well. We'll see a run here by Dobson. And Dobson's able to carry this one there to the 48-yard line. And that'll be a 1st and 10 coming up now. As, of course, Dobson's been playing excellent for us as well here. As we'll see another quick pass. That's going to be completed, as that's going to be taken there at the crossing the 50 there for Evan Ingram there on that catch. I see Bo Nix, another quick dump pass there, as they'll quickly get this one to Mims that time. That'll be a 1st down, as they're able to convert there on the play. And now we'll see here, as we're, like I said, doing a very good job here, moving the football here. That's what you want to see here, is that ball is going to get zipped there. And it was intended for Ingram, but Ingram cannot get a call there, as Epps did a great job there breaking that up. And now we'll see what we can do here on this 2nd and 10. And, of course, Ingram was really hoping for a flag of some kind of play being called there. I don't think he would have gotten anything there, but nonetheless, you got to try. If you're not cheating, you're not trying, as the late Eddie Guerrero would say. 3rd and 5 coming up. Pass there, going to be completed, and it's going to be actually not going to be completed, as Wise there did a great job there, getting in, penetrating the offensive line, and that's going to be now a 4th down here for our Broncos, As now the Broncos will have to elect now here to kick a field goal and try to get the first points of the day. As we're looking for the first kick here. This field goal kick is up, and the field goal kick is good. As he will clear that. And that will be in there, no problem, going for the uprights, as they'll put 3 points on the board here on the Sunday Night Football here live in the nation's capital. As, of course, the Hogs on the line setting up here. You know reference to that, you know. As a pass there being thrown off to the sideline there, and that ball is going to be completed. As that is going to be a nice 3-yard catch there. 3rd-yard catch, geez. 3-yard catch there for a nice second down now here. Ball being handed off as Eckert here will run this one there, and that'll be a nice carry there for him as he's able to move the chains, and that'll be a first down. As Austin Eckert, of course, a former Charger, he's been in the AFC West for quite a few years, and he knows how this defense can or set up to do to, of course, go against him. As you'll see a ball being thrown there, that's going to be completed. As that's going to be a catch there for a first down. As we'll get now to another run, and this time it'll be no other than the quarterback. It'll be Jayden Daniels. He gets there, he'll scramble that one. As he'll get a nice 3-yard carry there for himself before he gave himself up. We'll see what we can do here. As there's just 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. And of course, Broncos did a great job there, eating up quite a bit of the possession time here in this drive, on this particular opening drive there. And moving down the field, of course, getting themselves 3 points. Now Washington trying to salvage whatever's left here out of the first quarter. 4:23 left. As we'll see a man in motion. Daniels drops back here, looks here, fires there. That's going to be completed. It's going to go and get caught there and stopped at this there inside the 5 there. That's going to be Terry McLaurin there. He'll get the catch there for a nice first down. First and goal coming up. We'll see Austin runs this one, and Austin has no problem bulldozing his way into the end zone. First touchdown of the game here for the Commanders. As they'll lead this now here, it'll be a soon-to-be 7-3 lead. Of course, extra point pending. As we'll see the kick here for the extra point. And we'll see this one's up. And no problem there for the Commanders. They take 3:10 off the clock there. As that's a nice opening or a nice second drive for them in the game. It was not successful the first time around. Now we'll see if our Broncos can get back out here and maybe try to put 6 on the board here. 1st and 10, ball their own 33. As we'll see a handoff here. That is going to be ran, and that's going to be a nice run. As we'll get about 3 or 4 yards on that carry, as Dobson there was really hoping that he was trying to at least bust out 5 or 6, but we'll take what we can get. As we'll get to a second down here, 2nd and 7 to be exact. Ball on their own 41. And play action here from Nix. Nix looking down the field here. Nix looking for a block, and he's going to go ahead and slide himself into a first down. Nice run there from Nix. And again, even though we've been on this roll here, it just still bugs me because I'm still having flashbacks, PTSD about that Jets game there. As we'll see a handoff, and we'll see Dobson breaks the tackle before he is finally shoved down. As he'll get about 2 or 3, maybe 3 would be generous. I would say 2 on that carry. So let's jump to a 3rd and 8 coming up. About 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. This ball is going to be tossed high and deep, and that's going to be broken up as the defense gets on top of that ball there. Nice play. As Sirleton there gets Sirleton gets on that play, and that was intended there for Mims, and that was a well defensive play. As we see this ball going to get poked out, and unfortunately it's going to go in the back of the end zone instead of going out there at the 1. I thought it was going to be a nice coffin kick there, but no, we put them on their own 20 here after the punt. So we did not do anything on that second drive there. We'll see what we can do here. At least see if our defense can make a stop here. 1st and 10. They're on their own 20. Pass there, going to be completed. Nice catch. As we'll see a nice reception there from Deebo. As Deebo Samuels gets that one there. And, of course, getting that a nice first down there for him. We'll see now it's 1st and 10, and we'll see a run here from Eckert as he'll get this one. That'll be a nice little carry there for him as he's able to manage that one down the field. And, of course, finds his way into a first down there for DC. As Washington now has a man in motion, that would be Deebo Samuel. So Eckert here runs this, and they have to take a couple of Broncos to finally bring him down. As he's successfully able to move the ball there for a gain of 5 on that play. And of course, that's something we got to really stop. We've been doing an excellent job there stopping halfbacks, not having too many big games, and that's what we need right there. As Cooper comes in for the sack. Nice play. Drops them back to a 3rd and 13 here now. Their own 48-yard line. And Daniels is like, what in the hell did that come from? As that'll be it for the first quarter. Not a bad way to end it. As we get a nice sack in the backfield there on their quarterback. We'll see if we can keep that up. As we'll go to now a 3rd and 13 here to start off the second quarter. Let's see if we can keep that momentum going here. As Jayden Daniels here throws this one there quickly. That's going to be tossed up. And that one's going to be broken up. As looks like Deebo Samuel actually had to play some defense there. I don't think he thought he had it or he could get it to it, so he had to actually bat it away himself. So you couldn't let the defense get it. So we'll get the ball back after the punt. And we'll see what we can do here on this 1st and 10 on ball their own 19. And we'll see a handoff here as Dobson will get a few there on that carry. We'll see a little bit of jabberjawing there between the offensive lineman and the D lineman there, or linebacker there. 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Broncos. Broncos looking to get some kind of drive put together here. As we'll see a nice quick catch there to Evan Ingram, the tight end for us, as that's going to be another first down here for the Broncos. As Nix here quickly now trying to keep his rhythm going as he throws this one there to Mims. And Mims only gets to the line of scrimmage there as there's no gain on that reception. As you see here, a quick pass there. That is going to go to the halfback there as Dobson breaks off a tackle. Dobson keeps his feet moving down as he gets into the 40. And he'll be inside the Commanders' 40-yard line. I think they'll be marking around the 38, maybe actually a 37-yard line for that first down. Nice hustle there from him. 9:45 left here in the first half. Drop back here from Nix. Nix looks up. He's going to step up to the play here. He's going to run this one. And he's going to slide this one in there nicely. As, of course, he is going to get a first down. So we can slide into the plate. We'll be announcing the newest series coming up here for the, if not already, the newest series for MLB The Show. I don't know when this is going to be. I don't know if it's coming out before we announce the series for Mission Recondition, but for the previous Mission Recondition, we will still continue playing the Cubbies, as will be more of a live stream type of thing, and we'll still have more fun. We'll still have fun with it. We'll occasionally have a couple of videos here and there that will be, obviously edited, but we'll definitely keep the Cubbies going here on the channel. But we'll have a new one coming up as well. As we kind of change the format of that series as well here. As we'll see a run, and that will be completed. Unfortunately, Bobby Wagner is going to make a nice stop as he'll get to about the 16-yard line. Nice job there from old Bobby Wagner putting a stop there. Stop was getting for the first down. It's Wagner putting his body on the line there. As now Wolves looks like they're going to go ahead and go for it here. So Coach Shilo says, hey, let's go for it. For a 4th and 1 coming up, and a dive move here. Can we get this? And oh, they say we did. It's Bo Nix. Barrel just bum rushes his way there. Gets the inch or so we needed there for get the first down. And now Dobson runs this one as he gets his way into the 10. They're going to mark him around the 6-yard line, maybe around the 4, more like the 5, or maybe 5.5 yard line. It'll be a 1st and goal coming up here. As we'll see a quick pass there. That's going to be dumped there. Nice run and a nice spin. But unfortunately, Harvey cannot get in there. As now we'll have to see Dobson see if he'll get his number called here. And he will. As they'll run this one there. And oh, he's going to get hit hard. And that's a nice shoulder tackle there from Bobby Wagner, of all people. Putting a nice shoulder hit there. Stops the halfback from getting in the end zone. So now we'll have to see what Coach Shilo will draw up this time around. Will they stick with the ground game, or will they go back to the pass here? We'll see. 3rd and goal coming up. Ball on the 1. Looks like they're going to go back to the run here, and they can't stop Dobson that time, as they did a great job opening up a nice gap there for him. Touchdown, Broncos. That's right. And that was a good play there, finding that other gap there, that A gap, or maybe it was a B gap, I can't remember. But nonetheless, he finds his way into the end zone and successfully puts up 6 points on the board. 14 plays, 81 yards, taking a good significant chunk of time there. There's like 5:30-something left. We'll see if the Commanders now can have a solid end here in the first half. 5:31 left to be exact. It's 10-7, so still a really good ball game right now. Let's see a handoff there to Ecker, and so he'll get stopped in the backfield, losing actually a yard on that play. 2nd down coming up. Drop back here for Jayden Daniels. Thrown. That ball's going to be caught, and nice catch there. As Scary Terry gets the catch there. Nice job moving the chains here as they're put themselves at their own 44. 1st and 10. As we'll see a handoff here. They go to the ground, and a nice stop there from Allen as he gets a hold of the halfback there and says, "No, sir, you may not have more." It'll be a 2nd and about 10, or no, just short of 10. Oh, actually 2nd and 11. As we'll see a pass there going to be completed. Nice catch as the receiver will get it, and that'll be a nice reception there. So it'll be Jaden Lane on that catch. We'll see now 3rd down here, and looks Daniels like he realized like he did not have anybody down the field. So he decides to run, and he's going to get a nice gain there as he's able to move the chains to the 28-yard line. Huge 1st down there for Washington for the QB. Let's see what Washington can do now here. This is a 1st and 10. Handoff, and we'll see a stop, and a nice job as Allen again gets on the play, sniffs out the run, and brings him back 2 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 12. Let's see if his nose gets him right this time around. We'll see a handoff, and almost got to him in the backfield there. As Surtain and a couple other players there almost wrestled down the halfback there on that play. But Jonathan Cooper was also involved in that as well as they bring him down. And we'll see a 2-minute warning now here for the Commanders. As the Comrades now here on this 3rd down. Trying to see if they can try to get down the field here. A field goal would probably work for them for a best. Oh, no, a fumble! And that ball is going to be recovered. It's going to be picked up by the lineman. And it's going to be a 4th and 22. Look at this hit there. Nice job there from Franklin Meyer, as he does a great job there getting the hit. And then also Nick Bonito and a couple others were trying to pick it up, but the lineman's there on time, gets it, and now it's going to have to kick the field goal here at the 40-yard line. This is about a 57-yarder. It's going to be off the post. Take a look at this. Bong. And that is not what you want to see from your kicker here, as he had a chance to tie this ball game up. And now, with us now having possession here near midfield, we got a good shot here to get 3 points of our own. Let's see if we can do that. 1st and 10, ball at the 47-yard line of the Broncos. And we'll see a quick catch and a nice job there as Bobby Wagner gets a quick stop. A gain of about a yard or 2 on that play. It'll be a timeout now being called here. The Broncos burn their first timeout now here in the half. Regrouping here. We'll see what they can do on this 2nd and 8. Draw back here for Bo Nix. Nix looks here, fires this one, and a good throw there from Nix, but unfortunately, looks like Ingram cannot hold on to it. Nix now here on the move as he'll throw this one there quickly, and that ball is going to be a reception by Sutton. As Sutton gets this one, they'll burn their second timeout now here. As they got a little bit closer now here, but not necessarily in full goal range. I think this has to be a pass here to at least try to get into ourselves in field goal range. Got to get inside the 30 to at best bet. As Nix now here drops back here. Nix decides to call his own number. He does. Slides, and he's in field goal range as they get the first down. But the clock is still ticking here. No signs of a timeout or anything. I guess they're maybe holding that in the back pocket. But 10 seconds left here. Nix here looks, fires, throws this one, and it's going to be incomplete. As again, that's another great play, this time by Harris, as they pretty much do a great job there of wrapping up at least wrapping up the receiver and not really letting him get his hands on it. But the kick is up, and it is going to be good with 2 seconds left here. Oh, kicker Lutz there puts up the uprights, and that makes it now a 13-7 ball game. As with just 1 second left here, Jaylen has no choice here. Oh, he's trying to throw this one down the field, but decides to run out of bounds. And that is going to be your half. As we are leading this one here 13-7 in today's ball game. So not a bad start here for us, as we're, so far the run of the pass has been pretty even for the most part. And I'm liking what we're seeing. As we take a look here at some scores around the league, Raiders taking on the Chargers here in Los Angeles. As we'll see a pass there, it can be incomplete, and the Chargers will pick up a win as they'll win this one 34-10. So they'll still now keep in control of the lead here as McConkey makes a nice touchdown there for himself. And they'll go to a now 7-4. Bills taking on the Steelers. As Josh Allen rips one in the back of the end zone. A nice one-handed catch there. Great play there. As Palmer, as he palms that ball right into the end zone there. 31-21 against the Steelers. And then in Music City, you got Jacksonville 7-4 taking on the Tennessee Titans. As we'll see a nice run here. Nice hustle there as Etienne finds his way into the end zone. And T-Law and the rest of the Jags get this one 13-6 over Tennessee. So there's the rest of your scores there. You guys can pause the video and check out who's doing what. You see New England and the Giants are going to be facing off in Monday Night Football. But here in Sunday Night Football, it's been a decent game here for us. As right now, both teams are kind of filling each other out. Both are scoring. We've got a couple of decent defensive stops here, but for the most part here, I'm actually pretty satisfied with the first half here. Let's see if the second half can be a little bit better. Obviously, always room for improvement, and we'll see if we can do that here. I would like to see the ball run a little bit more, but we'll see. As we'll see a quick pass there, that's going to go to Dobson. As he gets the catch there, and of course, maybe maybe the coaches see something I don't, but obviously our job is to offensively, as my philosophy is just pound the rock, and then we can start throwing here and there, and really just need to really try to run the football there. As you see Dobson there tries to get a few yards there, but he's going to be denied access there for positive yards there. I think he might have got back to line of scrimmage there on that play. So now looking at a third down. Play action. Nix here throws this one here high up, and it's going to be intercepted. As that one's going to go back the other way here. Now let's see if we can make a stop, and we do. As that was a great interception there from Lattimore, of course. Marshawn Lattimore gets the interception. Tries to take it back for a pick six. But we stop them there, and now the Commanders have some pretty good real estate here for themselves. As they get this one here. Look at this. Nicely covered there. Sutton 2-on-1. And that was pretty much a 50-50 ball. Or in this case, was it 70 or no? It would be like a 50. Was it 50? You know, it would be like 75-25 ball there. As defenders there had the opportunity there to get that one there. Nice job there defensively there from them. As now we'll see them offensively, see if they can get themselves back here. Of course, with the touchdown here, they'll put them back in a 1-point lead. Throw that one there quickly. That's going to be a reception and nice hustle there. That coming from Lane. So we got 10 minutes left here in the third quarter. Handoff. That one's going to be ran. And nice job there from Austin Eckler as he gets a few more yards there for them. So on a second down coming up. See what he can do here is they'll go back to him again and they'll get a carry as that's going to be now put him at the 3rd and 1. We got to plug up that line there, fellas. We cannot let Eckler be running all over us here as we'll see pass there going to be completed and that's going to be a nice hit coming from our defense. But oh, wait a minute. There is a penalty on this one. And it looks like it's going to be on George Font. Illegal man down the field. That is going to be a penalty, and that's going to now make them now 3rd down. It's going to be actually a 3rd and 8. So Washington got a break there. As we'll see here. Pass dropping back here from Daniels. Daniels looking down the field here. Daniels looking for a block. Gets the first down. Gets himself out of bounds at the 24. Nice little hustle there from him, getting away from the defense. As Washington out here continues to go, as we'll see a pass there. Look at this catch right there. Nice job as he's trying to rustle himself away from the defender. And that's going to put them at they're inside the 5. As Lane made that nice catch there for Washington. Now the Commanders looking at threat. As we'll see, Jalen here calls his number. Oh, Jalen got smacked hard on that one. Jeez. But he's able to pop back up. I don't know about that, but that was a good hit. I think it was Nick there that gave that hit hurting there. As we'll see, now the backfield now getting taken away again now. As Franklin Myers makes a nice hit there on 2nd down. So 3rd and goal coming up here. We see nice back-to-back hits. Let's see if we can finish the job here. Maybe try to get a turnover of some sort. Pass there going to be completed. And we'll see the end zone touchdown. As that is Terry McLaurin there. As he finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, comrades. As the Commanders find their way into the end zone. You see 9 plays, 48 yards, and 4 minutes and 16 seconds off the game. As that was a nice possession for them, and now they got themselves now a 1-point lead here. And let's see if Bo Nix can now bounce back here. Bo Nix down by a point here. 1st and 10, ball on their own 27. Nix here, pump fakes, throws there. That one's going to be caught. Nice catch. As that is going to be caught there by Sheffield, I believe. As he finds his way there for the 1st down. Yeah, it was Sheffield there. There on that catch. As we'll see here, pass there. That's going to be caught. And oh, wow. What a catch there. As we find that reception. Nice play. As now we'll see a quick pass there. Nice completion. That's going to be by Sutton. Sutton here just breaking off tackles before he is finally wrapped up there inside the 10. But wait a minute, there is a flag on the play here. And Sheffield's grabbing his back there. Hopefully it's not serious. He's been playing very well for very well for us here lately. As we'll see I think that penalty might have been on Washington there. So they put us at the 7-yard line. It'll be another 1st and goal. And oh, nice stick there. As could not get out of that play there. Frankie Lavua, outside linebacker, makes a nice tackle. And then you see Armstrong does the same thing on Dobson. So now we're looking at a 3rd down on their 10-yard line. And they're doing a good job here of pushing us back here, but hey, we got to push. We got to push forward here. Got to get ourselves in the end zone. Nix now looks here, dumps this one there, finds Sutton, and Sutton will get that one at the 10. That'll put him up there where we're at originally, as there'll be a 4th and goal coming up here for the Broncos, as the Broncos will go ahead and kick a field goal instead. Not going to try for here on 4th down, but they're going to kick a field goal and take back the lead by 2. It's now 16-14 here, late here in the 3rd quarter. As Horston now comes out here offensively. Had a good offensive drive previously, but now they're looking to see if they can, of course, now get that lead back here and maybe make a statement here. 1st and 10 on 29 as Ecker here coming out of the backfield there. He's going to get shoved around and pushed around, and they're going to say he's got at least a yard there. They're going to give him that yard. As we'll see now, 2nd down coming up. On their own 30. Daniels here quickly throws. He's got to get rid of it, and he finds Ecker there. As he'll get a few more yards here on that play. It'll be a 3rd down coming up. Jalen here again throws there. That's going to be completed, but that momentum just takes Ecker out of bounds. He gets the catch, but just cannot go upfield there. And now Broncos will come back out here with a new fresh set of downs. 1st and 10, drop back here from Bo Nix. Nix looking around here, looks here. He is going to heave this one up high. It's going to be, it's in the hands, but the defense at the last second punches it away. Man, that would have been a great play there for us. Bo Nix, he's getting confident here. I like that. I like him taking some shots down the field here. I don't want him to do that too much, but he is taking some shots as he runs this one there, takes a shot of his own there with his legs. He's going to find himself another 1st down there at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. We're trying to, of course, add on to this nice little lead that we have here, and I say nice in the best way I can, as we got a 2-point lead here. We got to run, and we do so there, as Dobson is going to find his way there at the 43-yard line in. Still on our side of the field. I thought he crossed the 50 there. 1st and 10 there. Great catch there as Ingram gets it, and he gets hit hard there, but he's able to manage to hold on to it. And that's going to get into their 38-yard line after that catch. So now 1st and goal. About a minute left here in the 3rd quarter. And we'll see a play action here. Nix throws this one up there, and just overthrows Ingram on that play. That would have been a touchdown right there. But 3rd and 10 coming up. Nix here, he's got to scramble out of here. He's got to get out of here. He spins there, but he does not he does a little bit there. Does manage to avoid getting sacked, but now we have to kick another field goal here, as we'll see a end of the quarter here now. So we'll flip the field here, go on the other side of the field to kick this field goal. It's 16-14 in this one. It's a tight one here in the D.C., in our nation's capital, but nonetheless, the Broncos look very confident here, as we'll see a field goal kick here. Hopefully, we can maybe really put some distance now here as we get a nice field goal kick there. Now a 5-point game. So 19-14 here, still anyone's game. As now the defense is going to have to come back out here. And I really think in this drive here, we really got to put some more pressure on Jayden Daniels. We cannot let him sit in that pocket. I need Bonito and a couple others just to step up here when it comes to attacking the offensive line and, of course, the quarterback. Let's see a pass being completed there. That'll be a 1st down. So pass in the backfield there. Ecker here. Hold on to it. He does, and he's going to get finally taken down as they make a good stop there. That's Greenlaw and company. Make a good, nice tackling there. Is Bonito involved in that as well. As we'll see now, 2nd and 10 coming up here. Ball placed at their own 43. See a pass. And it's going to be intercepted. Nice job there by Patrick Surtain. It's Patrick Surtain, the man. Intercepts that ball. And now we have a chance now to try to get something going here. We have been shut out of the end zone now for a good quarter. And now we got a chance to get back in this one. That was intended there for Deebo Samuel, Sr. As he now is probably asking, hey, can I see that can I see that tablet? I didn't see where Surtain came from. As we'll see now, 1st and 10. Ball on their own 45, the Commanders 45. They'll get a gain of 3 on that reception. 19 of 14 here, still really anybody's game. As Nix here, hands off, and they read that one very well. They were prepared for that run as they make a quick stop there. As the Broncos now have to, probably now in this situation, are going to have to pass. Let's see a 3rd and 8 coming up. 9:50 left here in the fourth quarter. As Nix will drop back in the pocket. Nix here looks. He's going to fire this one. That one's going to be right in there. Nice first down. I believe that was to Ingram. As he's able to weave his way into there. Getting the first. Pass going to be almost picked off as there was a intended there for Courtney Sutherland. As nice defensive stop almost came about there as they almost took that back. As we'll see now Nix here on this 3rd and 10. Ball's going to be incomplete. As Sutton, I think he had it on his numbers but just could not pull it in. And, of course, make that so-called football move to get the catch. As now we'll see a 4th and 10 coming up here. Ball on the 35-yard line. The kick is up, and the kick is going to be good. Nice job there from Lutz with a whole bag of you-know-what. As he kicks one right up the uprights there and makes it now 22-14. As now we have a solid possession lead here. Solid touchdown lead. Let's see if we can make a quick stop again here defensively. As defense there makes a quick hit there, having the defender drop the football, or the receiver dropping the football. Pass now from Jaylen. Jaylen quickly passes there. That's going to go to Lane there on the catch. And still get the reception. That'll be another first down here as we see the replay. We'll see if they'll continue going to him. They've been throwing to him quite a bit here, and it kind of worked out for him for the most part. And we'll see a pass, and that'll be a nice reception again. They go into Lane on that one. 2nd down. As we'll see here. Daniels here realize he's in trouble, but it's too late. As Nick Benito and the company go in there and grab him. Bring him down. That's going to be a nice loss. As now we'll see a 3rd and 7 coming up. Drop back here for Daniels. Daniels here quickly throws. Finds his receiver. And it's able to have the receiver come down with it. But unfortunately, not enough there for them to make the first down. And now they'll have to make a choice here. Do they go for it? Or do they punt the football? And then, as you see there, Bo Nix coming out here. So they did punt the football. And Bo Nix having a decent game here today. Of course, no big touchdown pass or anything like that. But nonetheless, here he's been throwing pretty well. He's been pretty accurate for the most part here. Not throwing into crazy stuff here. 2nd down coming up here. Ball on the 24. Or I should say he did throw an interception there earlier, but it's been decent. It hasn't been too crazy. He's realized that he cannot do this alone here. We've got to rely on the run. As we'll see now, 1st and 10. Hand off here, and now let's give it to our big boy here. Let's start feeding him. As we're near the 5-minute mark here. And we need every single second off that clock there on this possession, just in case. 3rd and 7. Drop back. And we'll see Nix now runs this one here. Nix making a nice run. Just slide there, please. Again. Flashbacks of the Jets game. Do not want those. As we'll see now, 1st and 10, ball on their own 44. As we'll see a run, and that one is going to be somewhat successful. As Dobson trying his best to, of course, keep the ball moving and, of course, keep that clock ticking away. 3rd down coming up here. Dobson in motion. And so see a pass there going up, and oh! Dobson had his number called there, but just could not come down with it. So they'll have to kick another field goal here. Like I said, so far now, this second half, this Washington team has been kind of stingy here. We're trying to make some big plays there, trying to obviously close the door on them. But we'll kick another field goal. It's now 25-14. Both teams still have their timeouts remaining. And at some point here, Washington is going to have to start using theirs as they're trying to get back in this game. 2nd down coming up. A nice looking night here in D.C. So see a drop back here. Daniels there throws, finds his receiver and makes a nice catch there. As that's going to be Lane again, I believe, on that one. 1st down. Ball now on their own 40. We'll see here. Got a man in motion. Of course, that was Terry. As he'll see Eckert there makes a run. He's going to get to the 47-yard line of the Denver Broncos. Broncos, come on. Let's not let this get away from us here. Let's get this ball back and, of course, take control of this clock here for the next 2 or so minutes. Pass going to be thrown as Jalen's on the run, and that ball's going to be dropped. It's going to be a fumble. But the offensive lineman realized it, scoops it up, and takes it up a few more yards there before he's taken down at the 31. Our guys were almost kind of dumbfounded by that. I'm thinking, like, guys, you got to pick that up here. But they try to do their best to get there, and, of course, too little too late, as they'll now see Daniels runs this as he'll get to about 2. Now we'll see the Commanders here, I believe, or no, it'll be a 2-minute warning now here. So at some point, if the Commanders are trying to get back in this game here, I imagine they'll start using their timeouts. But we'll see here, 2 minutes left. Drop back here from Jayden Daniels. He's running again here, and he's going to get dropped at the 12-yard line. Of course, he's been hit before earlier, twice already in this game. And of course, he has not he's been lucky enough to the offensive line to help him out. And he's going to get dropped again. This time by Franklin Myers. A nice sack. And now he's calling everybody on the line here. Going no huddle. 2nd and 14. Drop back from Daniels. Daniels looking. Throws that short pass there underneath the coverage. Finds Eckert. There's Austin Eckert there trying to help him out. We'll see now ball at the 1-yard, or excuse me, ball at the 9-yard line. 3rd and 7. Going for the pass here again. Jaylen here quickly throws the screen. That ball is going to be met, and of course it's going to be just short there. As now they're looking at a 4th and 10. They got to get this one at the 2-yard line. Jaylen here throws. This is going to go to the back of the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown, Jayden Daniels and Deebo Samuel. What a catch there. Nice coverage there from us, but I guess not enough for them not enough for us to get a stop. So now they're going to go for a 2-point conversion here. They need this 2-point conversion to at least try to make it within 3, and they do. As that's going to be now 25-22 now here. The plot is starting to thicken up here. As that was a nice 10-play drive there. It's 25-22. Question is, do we put our hands team out here? They're going to try to do an onside kick here with a minute 10 left. We'll have to see. Of course, they have to let us know if they're going to do so. But as you take a look here, I thought this game was going to be ours here, but no, they did a good job there of driving, and they are going to do an onside kick here. So we'll see what the onside kick's going to look like here. It's going to be a solid one for us. As that's going to be a nice job there. Put us in some good field position here on their 42-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 here for Denver. And, of course, Denver really needs just to run the football here and just try to get in position, get themselves in that setup position there to get in field goal range, protect the football at all hands on deck here in this one. To be honest, anything could happen. Ball on the 25-yard, excuse me, on the 42-yard line, 25-22 here. Denver has the lead. Run this one here, nice carry as the timeout being called there by Washington. It'll be a 2nd and a few. As it's the first timeout now being called here in the second half for Washington. Commanders now here on 2nd and 9, I believe. Hand off and try to get around that edge and just cannot get around that corner. As they make a quick stop there. It's now another timeout now for Washington. 1 timeout remaining here for Washington. Let's see if what the Broncos going to do here. Broncos looks like they're in victory formation instead, and they're going to. Oh, that's a nice move there. They knew they had. That's nice. Because either way, they would have to, use that timeout. And of course, now we get the possession here of the ball. So we got to kick a field goal here on 4th and 4. Can we get this one in there? It's gonna be good. Nice play. As that is gonna put them now here in. Now it's a very sticky situation here. As they'll get the ball after the kickoff there at their own 35. 19 seconds left here, no timeouts. Jaylen has to get down the field here however he can. As that ball is going to be thrown away as there was nobody there for him downfield. So now 2nd and 10 coming up here. Jaylen here again, trying to go down the field here. And, oh, look at that. Like, that's a solid play there. But now, 3rd down coming up here, or at least they try to make a solid play there. Jaylen here now goes up. Heaves this one over, and that's going to go over the head of his receiver. As that was a good play there from Patrick Surtain. Making that lockdown defense there. Now, it's 4th and 10 coming up here for Washington. Last chance. Touchdown here will get them the win. We'll see a pass being thrown here. This goes up. It's going to be batted away. Nice play there for the defense. Great job and a great finish as we're able to win this one. Good job there from the corner, Barron. As he is Barron there. He gets a nice stop. I don't know why I said Barron like that for. But Barron did a great job there swatting that away. And we come out with a victory here, and a close one now. 28-22 here in our nation's capital here on Sunday Night Football. Not a bad way to end the week here. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people that were making bets on this game was thinking like, oh man, Jaylen, he may do a comeback here, putting those parlays and all that kind of stuff on there. And our defense is like, nah, no. Good win there for us as we were doing a very good job there. 3rd quarter was a really rough quarter there for us. Almost seemed like it was almost like the 1st quarter all over again. But we were able to come back and had a good stop there. Didn't run the ball as much as I thought we would. But at the same time, with the one turnover that we did have, the interception, I have to say, Bo Nix was pretty decent. He was, not necessarily a totally solid in his game, but he was pretty decent. Unfortunately, numbers are going to say otherwise. 22 of 38, 217, completed 57% of his passes. Daniels had a great day there, 24 of 31, 218, 77% of his passes were completed with 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. We had no touchdowns, but like I said, Bo Nix did have that 1 interception. And of course, he's kind of due for a bad game, but hopefully we can turn the page here, get ready for the next week, because we play who did I say we play next? The Raiders. So maybe he's saving that back for next week here. Here in the next game here, we'll see in today's episode against the Raiders. They're I believe at home. Or no, I think we go to Vegas. Yeah. We go to Vegas there in the next game. So, but yeah, there you see the numbers there. Ingram 7 catches, 60 yards, no touchdowns. Deebo Samuel 6 catches, 72 yards, a touchdown. There you see Terry 6 catches, 64 yards, a touchdown there for him. Sutton 4 catches, 75 yards. So a really tough day for the receivers. Nobody got over 100 yards, and of course nobody got in the end zone that way. Rushing wise, we had a decent day in rushing. But yeah, we found ways to, our defense really did a good job there towards the end. They really pulled us out of the fire and really got us a chance to get the ball and at least got ourselves a field goal range to at least put some separation between us. But of course, that last drive that they Washington scored, that was kind of I was kind of scratching my head like, okay, offense, you haven't been really scoring points here now. Like, we gotta if you're gonna score any more points here, you might want to do it now. We kind of need it. But yeah, overall, I thought this was a really good game. This is actually a good game to watch. I was when I was originally playing there, or not playing this, but I was sitting back and watching it, or not really watching. I was watching some of it, but I was kind of around my room cleaning up and kind of looked back and occasionally seeing a couple of good plays. I'm like, oh, okay, like it's not bad at all. Like, it's a pretty entertaining game from what I was seeing. But yeah, not a bad game at all. Like I said, came into the national we kind of did our job with keeping Daniels and Deebo and of course obviously a lot of more he got us, but hey, it was only one, so one's too many in my book, but it happens. So Patrick Surtain is going to go get a nice little upgrade there for himself, as it looks like we're gonna work on his zone, so we're gonna work on that. That'll put him in a 97 zone. I think he'll be still a 98 maybe. We're gonna go zone. No. Oh, okay. So we're gonna stick with the man-to-man. That's all right. We can do that. He's that's his 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 scheme fit anyway. So, but yeah, he's gonna get a nice upgrade there, and then of course McMillan, he's gonna get a skill upgrade as well. We'll see what we got him on. Okay, man-to-man, obviously, just helping with the scheme there. But of course, there's times I like to shake it up a little bit there, but I guess not this time. I didn't. But yeah, McMillan, a nice day there for him. And of course, as we take a look here, we get ready for the Raiders. So it's another rivalry week here, as we will be at Allegiant Stadium for this one. 8-4 right now, still currently tied with the Chargers. As you see the numbers right there for for Justin Herbert there, 2 touchdowns. Completed 59% of his passes. He had a 336-day win there in his matchup from the previous week. And of course, there you see our tell the tape there through both teams. And of course, like I said last time around, we did a great job there defeating them back in week 10, 37-7. Even though I did play the first half, it was still an interesting game. For the most part there, but then when I pretty much let them drive the computer drive the rest of the game, and it did a good job, and we did a solid, did a great job there. Now this week, obviously we're gonna kind of do the same thing here, but I think we're going to focus on a little bit more on what you see here, we got our defensive coordinator here talking about the impact of this week's game here. Chris Abrams-Drain had a nice game. He thinks that he might have a nice game here against us again. So there you see the game plan we have for at least for our guy. But for at least for the Raiders, I feel like Maxx Crosby is the coach has been warning us all week long. I heard it all week long that Maxx Crosby had a great game last week. And even though they came up with a loss, he still show that he was ready to crack some heads and do some damage to us this week leading up to this game. A lot of obviously smack talk about what happened last time around, and of course we'll have to go out here and see if we can at least try to have a similar performance that we did in the first one. So of course we were trying to, Maxx Crosby would love to get his hands on our quarterback, Bo Nix, and of course that's what we have to do here, is protect Bo Nix as much as we possibly can. Now they're talking about this pass coverage here, and they ask, do you agree on playing safe with our pass coverage here? And you know what? I'm gonna listen to the coordinator here, see what he has to says here, and of course, give him some influence, help him out, And there you see we got a nice little boost there, +2 zone and man coverage for our defensive players here. So that's going to be helpful there. So we're going to back up our coordinator and agree with him here. So there you see we're in the coaches or in the players meeting here, talking about looking at some film and of course discussing about what we got to do here this week against them. And there you see Pastor Surtain talking about matching up here, and for the most part we're not too worried about Patrick Surtain. I think he's going to be, obviously, he's Patrick Surtain. He has his bad games, but he also has his good games. And I think for the most part here, I feel secure that he's got it locked down. And of course, the rest of the corners and the safeties, secondary there is going to do a great job here of doing that. RJ Harvey got a nice little upgrade there for himself. So there you see our points per game, of course yardage per game and rush per game. They're all in the top 5 there. As for the Raiders, not so much. We already seen what they did back in week 10. It wasn't too impressing, but at the same time, it's tough to beat a team 2 weeks in a row. So our job is, of course, come out to Alliance Field here and, of course, put the smackdown, or at least try to put the smackdown here on their team. As you see, Woodson in the house, former Heisman Trophy winner there for Michigan. And of course, I think he's the last defensive player to win the Heisman. Lately here, it's always been the quarterback or halfback. We haven't seen too many wide receivers or even defensive backs win it. But nonetheless, we'll see what Pete Carroll. All right, there you see 4-8 for the season so far here. Let's see what he has drumming up for us here in this second matchup here this week. As we'll kick this one off, as the Raiders have, of course, won the coin toss. They have elected to get the ball first. And so we'll have to see what we can do. As, of course, we'll take on Geno Smith and this Raiders offense here. As I think, if I remember correctly, you guys can, of course, correct me if I'm wrong, but we did a pretty decent job there with Geno. And, of course, like last time, we are going to play the first half to see how well we do. And then, of course, we'll let the computer take over in the second half. As, of course, Jansen, of course, had a pretty decent game against us. He ran us pretty good. But at the end of the day, if you look at the numbers, we did a good job there, not allowing him doing too much there to ruin our day. And we got to try to do that as well. As you see a pass being completed there. That's going to be a nice catch there. As now we'll see a Raider's going to have to take a knee here, or he's going to go down. I think maybe because of his knee, but he'll have to go over to the trainer's desk there and get checked out. As we'll see if that's going to be anything serious. Hopefully not serious there for them. But we'll see what the Raiders can do here as Geno Smith throws this one there quickly. And that's going to be a nice reception as well. As that's unfortunately going to be a nice reception, a good catch, but not enough there to get the first down. As we'll see a fourth and 7 coming up there for the Raiders. So there you see Bo Nix, of course, his second year here in the NFL, having a pretty good year. I don't know if it's better than last year. Of course, I have to compare the numbers, but I think so far here, I feel like, I know I said this at the start of the series, but I feel like he might be, Coach Shilo kind of see him as his guy for now, for the time being. We'll see how things go, obviously. But, I'm not going to hold it, too much against him. But we'll see what Geno can, or what this defense now can do here as Nix is going to come out here. Ball on the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 there as they're doing a pretty good job here moving up the field here. And oh, look at this run from Dobson. Oh, nice break in the tackle, but he is going to get taken. And he's going to go get himself there a 1st down. They're going to stop him at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 here for the Broncos. As we'll see if we'll see another run here. And R.J. Harvey says, yes, we are. Stiff arms there. Keeps his legs moving. He is finally going to get wrapped up there. A nice stop there from the defense as they're able to get a hold of him there on that play. But not before he gets that 1st down. As they run this one very well there. Nice play there from the defense. Let's keep the chains moving as Jeremy Chin, of course, made the tackle there. We'll see now the ball at the 7-yard line here. 1st and 10 here for the Broncos. As Dobson here will get his number called again, and Dobson will get a few more yards there. He'll get himself to at least the 4-yard line, so I say about 2 or 3 yards there on that carry. We'll see a 2nd and goal coming up as both sides will have the big boys on the line. I think they're both realizing this is going to be a, well, of course we know it's going to be a run, but they are realizing it's going to be a run as well. As Dobson stopped there at the 7, but a loss of 3 on that play. We'll see now 3rd and goal coming up. Drop back here from Nix. Nix here looking, fires this one. Oh, look at that! One-handed catch, and he was covered pretty well. Ingram finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. Let's ride. As the Broncos able to find the end zone, they're going to go to their tight end here as he goes up. And I didn't think he was going to have this here. He was pretty well covered there by that linebacker that time. But apparently that linebacker did not put his hands up, and we were able to sneak one right in there. So a nice catch there for Ingram. As they'll find 6 points on the board here, makes it now a 7-0 ball game. As we'll see now, Raiders have the football here. Oh, look at this pass here. Nice job there as that's going to get it all the way down to the 39-yard line. Nice catch there as they're able to get this one into play. As we'll see here, a quick stop in the backfield there. Nice job there from the defense. And again, trying to keep a push back here after that big game they got there before that play before. Can't let that be happening here. As now we'll see here, drop back here looking, and oh, he's in trouble. He's going to get brought down as Jonathan Cooper finds him. Says, this is your home now. Drops I should say Geno Smith in the backfield there, lost there for them. As we'll see what they'll try to do here on this 3rd and 21. Ball at the 50-yard line. Screen pass going to be made. Caught, and Trey Tucker going to get about 7 on that reception. Still not enough to get the 1st down, but they're, of course, going to have to punt to do so here. As you see a punt now. Of course, that punt putting us at our own 20-yard line. 1st and 10 here for Bo Nix in the offense. As we'll see, Dobson here runs. And Dobson barely gets back to the line of scrimmage there on that play. It'll be a 2nd down. 2nd and 10 to be exact. As I see a drop back here, looks, fires this one there. That is going to go to Mims. As Mims is there on that play, and he does get the 1st down at their 30. As we'll see a handoff here coming out of the backfield there. Dobson here, run up the field here. Dobson able to get to the 1st down marker and gets a little bit more. I say that's about a gain of about 12. It'll be 1st and 10 here for the Broncos. Ball the 43-yard line. Near midfield. Hand off, and RJ, look at him. You go, boy. Goes all the way down there. Stiff arms the defender, and then he walks right into the end zone. No problem there. Touchdown, Broncos. Let's ride. The Broncos' 2nd-string halfback motors his way up the field there. Does a great job there, just stiff-arming the defender. Says, no, I'm not done yet, sir. I like to go in here and get a little bit more, and he's going to find his way into the end zone. And that was just a good play there. I see on my sheet here who that was there. Number 26 there. That is Porter. So nice run there for us. It's now making now 14-0. As Jensen now here coming out of the backfield. There you see his numbers from last week. And of course, quiet week there for him. 13 carries, 53 yards against the Chargers. 2nd and 3 coming up. Ball their own 32. Drop back, thrown, and that's going to be completed. But there's a flag on the play here. And it's going to be on the Raiders. It's going to be on Colton Miller, left tackle there. A 10-yard penalty, holding. That's going to put him now a third and 13. Drop back, and that ball is going to be that was weirdly deflected or thrown to the ground. But regardless, that's an incomplete pass, and that's going to force him now to punt. As the Broncos get the ball there on their own 42-yard line here. 1st and 10 with 2:20 left here in the first quarter. Hand off to Dobson. Dobson spins, trying to keep his legs going forward there. And so he'll be wrapped up as he'll get a gain of 7 on that carry. Dobson he's looking like a stronger runner here as we'll see another big run here. Oh, yes, keep running there, son. As he's now got over the 60-yard mark for the day. Nice gain there for him. He's going to take a bit of a breather in the backfield or on the sidelines there. Harvey's going to come out here. Let's see if he can finish the job. He did before. Let's see a handoff here. Going on the outside there. Weaving back in. And there's a nice hit as they get him at the 19-yard line. Harvey getting close to 100 yards now here today on a few runs here. Of course, nice rushing touchdown from the previous drive. We'll see now here with 37 seconds left. Pass there. That's the Dobson. Dobson looking for a block off that pass. And he's going to find himself at the 15-yard line. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Looks like Nix. Hopefully. Whoa, come on, Nix, get up. Don't do that to me there, bro. 2nd and 6 now coming up. Ball at the 15-yard line. Probably the last play here of the quarter. Draw back, pass up the middle there, finds Mims, and Mims gets this one inside the 5 as Pratt and company make the tackle. So we go to the start of the second quarter here. We'll flip the other side of the field now. As we'll see 1st and goal coming up. See what they'll do here now. This will be a ball on the 4-yard line. That's going to be past the Mims for a touchdown. Touchdown, Broncos. Let's ride. Broncos find their way into the end zone. Nice job as we're definitely passing a lot more better, getting ourselves into the end zone here this time around compared to the previous game we just seen here earlier in this episode there against the Commanders. So they're not playing too intense with the passing game. I think they're more focused on the stopping, trying to shut down the run because they know that's their kind of Achilles heel right now, and they're trying to make sure that is not be a torture to them for the rest of the game. 6 plays, 57 yards. Nice drive there for our boys. As now we'll see the ball on the 28-yard line. Chancey here trying to run this one out of the backfield there, but he's going to get wrapped up and scrambled up pretty good there as he only gets a gain of 2 on that play. 2nd and 8 coming up is Geno Smith here. Oh, he's going to get brought down there quickly there by Allen. As Allen brings him down, and Geno, he does not look too happy about that. He's actually limping there a little bit there. So now 3rd and 15 coming up here as he's trying to salvage his drive. Pass up the middle, going to be complete, but not enough to get the first down. As Special Tam makes a nice tackle there. And that will end that drive. And that'll give the ball back here to the Broncos. Broncos will get the ball back on their own 22. Let's see a quick screen pass there to Sheffield. As he'll get that one at the 27. we're looking to keep the drive going here as well. Again, like I said, last drive there, we do a good job of mixing the run and the pass. And we're trying to do that same thing again here, but, trying to change up some play call here a little bit more. Third down coming up. Ball on the 26. We'll see here what we can do. They're going to take a little time here. Bo Nix now finally snaps the football here. Bo looks. Oh, he gets hit as he throws. He was waiting for that defender to come across the field there, but, there you see, of course, Mr. Crosby, Maxx Crosby, that'd be the case, says, no, you're not getting that time. And he does a great job there of getting the hit there, making a stop, of course, stall the drive. As we'll get back on defense here as they'll see a nice 1-yard play. 2nd and 5. Quick screen pass there. That's going to be caught. As that's going to be to Jack Beck. As Beck gets the first down. Play action, and there you see a pass. That's going to be completed as well. As they find their way down there, that is going to be Myers on the catch. And that's going to be another first down here for the Raiders. Raiders now here, dropping back there. That ball is going to be in the hands of the receiver, but he cannot pick it up as they actually they say it hits the ground instead. As the ball is going to be snapped and thrown there to Myers, and Myers cannot hold on to it as Singleton gets a good lick on him. Makes him drop the football there. There'll be a 3rd and 10 coming up here on the ball on the 38-yard line for the Raiders. 7:22 left here in the first half. As Geno here drops back in the pocket. Geno looking down the field. Geno going to get hit as he throws it, as he was trying to throw it away because there was pretty much nobody down the field there to help him out. So he did not want to get hit with a pass or coverage sack there. So he's going to have to throw it away. So they're going to try to get their first points of the day here by way of the field goal here. Ball's at the 38-yard line. Should be a decent kick there for them. No problem. And that one is going to be good. As we'll see the rushing touchdowns for the season there. And, of course, our guy is on that list. We'll see if we can get him in the end zone this time around. 1st and 10, ball on their own 25. Hand off to Dobson. Dobson get a good block there. And, oh, look at this. Nice run there from Dobson. But there is a flag on the play here. And that ball might be coming back. And it is. Really there, Waterberg. Really. So now we have to try to get that yardage back here. So now 1st and 10. They'll have Harvey there runs this one instead. And Harvey is going to get this one to the 29-yard line as he's got 4 carries for 105 yards for the day. He is smoking right now. Ball on the 29-yard line. Hand off. Another run here from Dobson. As he gets to the 37, his own 37-yard line for a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 coming up after that nice run. Of course, we should have had that other run there, but of course, our linemen have to try to hold here. Why are you holding? And see Dobson here breaks off a tackle. Dobson getting around the defender, and he's going to get himself at the 43. As that's a good run there for him. 12 carries, 88 yards for the day for him. As now he's crossed the midfield line as they're on their own on the Raiders 46, and they try to run this one there, and after all that, Harvey only gets a yard there on that play. Second and 9 coming up. Dobson now coming out of the backfield playing a receiver. Looking down the field here. Pass there. Going to be completed there by Ingram. Ingram gets this one there. He'll cross into the 20, inside the 25. We'll mark him around the 23, I believe. It'll be a 1st and 10 with just 4 minutes left here in the first half. Got a man in motion. Let's see a handoff, and that's a good one as Dobson runs this one there. I mean, Harvey's been running like hell. Might as well just put him in there now here. He looks like he's comfortable on the field here today. Not saying that Dobson isn't, but Harvey's looking like he's in the zone. 1st and 10. After that nice run. Quick pass there. And how the hell did Nix get that off? Touchdown. Broncos, let's ride. How in the hell did Nix get that off? I'm not gonna lie. When I was playing that, I was trying my best to snap the football there because I realized I called the wrong play, and I was like, "Oh, we got to audible out of that. We got to audible out of that." So I was trying to. Well, when I did, actually, I was trying to audible his the route. I was trying to audible his route and someone else's route, and I accidentally got the audible for the other route for the other receiver, but I didn't get his right. And lucky enough, he got open and we tossed it in there. So count my blessings on that one there, because that could have easily went the other way. But 28-3 here in this one. As we'll see, the Raiders come back out here one more time. Probably the last time we'll see him here in the first half with the football. As Jensen there runs, and Allen gets a nice quick stop there, getting a yard there for the Raiders. Ball on the 26-yard line here on this 2nd and 9. Hand off to Jensen. Jensen breaks off a tackle. Jensen almost broke away, but the defense finally is able to grab him before he gets to that first. Just short of the first down marker to be a 3rd and 2. Gino here looking. Gino going to toss this one up, and that's a great pass there, and that's going to get himself into the end zone as Trey Tucker gets that floating ball. Nice floating catch there for him. And he's going to find himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. I'm going to say that was really bad call on my part there. For whatever reason, I got stuck on, I was trying to click over to that player, and I ended up going to another. I'm like, are you serious? Like, and I'm like, I'm sitting there clicking. I'm like, yeah, never mind. That one's just, yep, go ahead and write that one as a loss. Like, they won that drive. Well done, sir. Well done. So 28-10 here as the Raiders get themselves on the board here with a touchdown for the first time today. As we see Dobson runs there, gets to the 40. As that's a nice carry there for him. Now he's well over 100 yards now for the day. As now Nix here looking down the field here. Nix trying to do something with the football, and all he can do is get 2 yards on that carry. As he just didn't risk it there for the biscuit. Couldn't find nobody open. So he decides to go ahead and tuck and run, and that's what I want to see more of him do if that situation happens again. Pass up the middle there. That's going to be by Courtney Sutton, as he will get the catch there at the 49. And a 2-minute warning now here. Or no, excuse me, a timeout being called now by the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos already burned 2 timeouts already. 1 timeout remaining. 1:05 left here in the first half. Nix here drops back here, rolls out, looking for a block. Gets one, sort of. And gets to the 40-yard line. It'll be a 2nd and 1 coming up, actually. Drop back, quick pass, and that one almost went the other way. As the linebacker there just snapped that one out of existence there. We'll see here, as we'll see a quick pass here on 3rd and 1. And nice job as Roberts makes the tackle, but it's too late as we do get the first. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Broncos. Let's do it again. Pass going to go up and out of the hands of Ingram. Oh, my goodness. And that one, thank goodness there was nobody back there trying to pick that one off of that volley there. As now Ingram up next. Or I should say 2nd and 10 coming up here. With pass here. Look at wide open. Caught that one in the end zone. Touchdown. Broncos. Let's ride. That is Courtland Sutton on that catch. Nice play there. He had guys around him, but for the most part, he was pretty well covered or pretty well open there. And Nix seen it. Able to get that one in there and on time at that. And Sutton able to absorb that hit and brings it in for the touchdown. Nice job. As that will, of course, end the drive. 8 plays, 70 yards. Takes about a minute or so off the clock there, but we still 22 seconds left here in the first half, for the Raiders. As now we'll see Gino throws. That's going to be caught, and we'll see a quick catch there. But he can't get out of bounds. So now with 17 seconds left here, Gino here trying to run, and no, he's going to get brought down. So that's the third sack of the day here on the Raiders QB, as they'll take another timeout. With now 2 timeouts burned. They have one left. Actually, both teams have one left apiece. Gino again drops back here, fires, finds Jency. Jency has it, and he's going to get into the 40. But, of course, the timeout is going to be used. As we'll see, Vegas here now tries one more play before the half. Gino steps up, looking down the field here. Gino realizes he should, well, actually, he could have went up and ran out of bounds there. But I don't know what he was thinking. But he decides to run sideways there and go out of bounds. Ball going to be up. It's going to be broken up. And that is how the first half is going to end. As we are taking a nice lead here, 35-10. And so that means no touching, no touching, no touching. The controller here. We'll see how the second half will pan out now here. Obviously, I'm in good faith that this one will not be a disaster for us. But, you never know. Computer could be, having its issues for the day and want to, stick it to me. But nonetheless, you see final score here. Baltimore wins this one 28-6 over Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. 5-7 Colts taking on the 8-4 Jags in Jacksonville. As we'll see a replay here. And T-Law here looking up. He's going to rifle this one there. That's going to be a great catch. I believe that's going to go to Brown. And Brown going to deliver as he finds this one into the end zone as they get the win. Of course, Seattle 3-9 taking on the 6-6 Falcons in Atlanta. And we'll see how this one goes as Pettis throws this one there. Oh, look at that beautiful throw there. Finds his way in the back corner of the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown. Pettis. And the Falcons win this one 17-14 against Sam Darnell and the struggling 3-10 Seattle Seahawks. There's McLeod showing his skills there. Of course, Sunday Night Football is going to be Houston and Kansas City. And, of course, Monday Night Football is going to be Philadelphia and the Chargers. And we'll see some, hopefully we'll see some highlights from those games here coming up here soon. But so far, the highlights here in this first half has been pretty much all Broncos. And the Broncos have been playing very well. Both the ground and the passing game, especially the passing game, or the running game has been excellent. Passing games, I would say, excellent too. 12-15 for Nix, 140 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. But the running from our backup, Harvey, has been really nice. He's well over 100 yards for the day. He's, I think, got in the end zone as well. And also got some, a great running day there for that man right there, Dobson. As you see there, he has 16 rushing touchdowns so far this season. Over 1,000 yards on 185 carries. So not a bad season. And, of course, not a bad day here today. As we'll just get the ball here to lead off the second half. And we'll see the run. And that'll be a nice little run there for a gain of 8 on the play. We'll see 2nd and 2 coming up here. Ball on the 34-yard line. And drop back here. Play action. Oh, nice catch. But, got smacked there quickly. As Dobson turned around the corner and realized he could not move anymore. So we have 3rd and 2 coming up here for the Broncos. As looks like Dobson might have to go on the sideline there for a bit. But hopefully he is okay. But, yeah. So we'll see what we can do here on 3rd and 12. As you'll see here, pass there, going to be incomplete. As they try to throw a quick pass there to Mims. And he cannot hold on to it as the defense did a great job there of surrounding him quickly. As we'll see a 1st and 10, ball on the 33. And a run up the middle. And that's going to be Jensen again, who is showing off his skills there. Of course, the former Bronco himself. He's a Boise State Bronco. Or actually a Mustang. I can't remember. Yeah, I think they're Broncos, yeah. Not Mustangs, but Broncos. But nice run there for him as he, of course, gets the first down. Now 1st and 10. Ball on the 46. Geno Smith drops back in the pocket, looking down the field here. Geno was thinking about running, but he says otherwise as he gets brought down for the loss. Nice job there from Jonathan. What is his name? Jonathan Cooper and Zach Allen. And of course, probably Nick Bonito as well, making a nice stop as we'll now see a pass there up the middle. That's going to be completed, but going to be at the 50-yard line. They still have some yards to go to get the first. 3rd and 6 coming up here. Geno quickly passes there on that slant pass there. And that's a nice catch as the receiver there, Beck, gets the catch there for the first down. They move the chains there very nicely. We'll see if they can continue, as we'll see another quick stop there from Nick Bonito. As he'll get that one there. Drop, loss of 5 on the play here. It'll be a 2nd and 15 coming up. As it's on our 39-yard line. Geno here trying to find somebody here to get rid of it, as the defense was about to swarm him there. They'll get this one down to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and 5 coming up. Geno quickly passes there, but there's a flag on the play here, and it came from the backfield of the defense and the Broncos there. That'll be a pass interference. Automatic first down, 15-yard penalty. Places the Raiders now at our 13-yard line. So 1st and 10 here as we gave him free yardage, and we got to get that free yardage back here. As Jensen does not want to go down at all. He's going to get the catch there at the 6. 2nd and 2 coming up. It's Genty here. Probably going to get his number called here. See a man in motion here. And play action thrown, and that's going to be in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. As that's going to be Brock Bowers. As he finds his way there, and a good job there from Geno. Finding the big target there. The man with the by far the best hands when it comes to the red zone here. He is going to find himself there. 9 plays, 66 yards, taking about 4:15 off the clock. And they're still trailing here 35 now 35-17. As we'll see the kick here. Of course, this will be a chance now here. We'll see what our offense can do. That opening drive there wasn't too good, but nonetheless, we don't have too much to worry about. But we, for the most part here, we don't want obviously, defense is going to have to really step up their game. But offense really needs to find ways to try to score here, even though we don't need a necessary score. We got a pretty good, comfortable lead here. Don't want to put all the defense, not saying put all the defense or not all the pressure on the defense, but we do got to try to score here. As Ingram gets a nice catch. That one's going to be rifled down to the 47-yard line of the Raiders. 35-17 the ball game. As Bo Nix shows off that nice arm of his here. Like I said, I wasn't too sure about him, but since we've changed the playbook and we changed some things for him to kind of let him know, hey, the offense is going to be ran. Obviously, you're going to run the offense, but it's going to be run through the running game. And of course, we'll give you, you're going to get your chance to shine as well as throwing some quick passes here to some nice targets that you got. And I think he understands that now. He knows that, he doesn't have to necessarily make those big plays. He has obviously two halfbacks, Harvey and Dobson to help him out. And takes on that pressure off of him. We'll see a pass there. That's going to be completed. As Sutton is going to get there at the 31. It'll be a 3rd and 7 coming up. As we'll see a drop back here, thrown. Pass going to be complete, and that's going to go to the tight end, Ingram. As he'll find a catch there, and that's going to be a first down here for the Broncos. But I think with this new, playbook that we're running right now, there you see how again, you cannot be holding on to that football like that. And so I'm glad he threw it away. But yeah, he's feeling comfortable out there, so he's making me comfortable as a coach. So And I'm glad we made those changes there. Because I don't think we would be in the position we're in if we did make some changes on that playbook there for us. But we'll see if that will continue on. Of course, offense, we have to kind of tweak it some going into the postseason. As we see a touchdown, Raiders. Or excuse me, Broncos. Let's ride. As that's a nice touchdown pass there. Look at that. Right there. Right on the money in the corner there. Finds his receiver. Able to bring that one in for a nice touchdown there. Nice play. As we'll see here, 9 plays, 77 yards, taking 3:14 off the game clock with 3:37 left here in the third quarter. So like I said, we don't have to make big scores. We don't need touchdowns per se. We just need to be able to find ways to get field goals if need be. If that's all we can get, just but defense is doing a big favor for us right now. They've only given up 17 so far here. So we got to do our due diligence and be nice and compliment them by moving the ball here and try to put some kind of points on the board. 1st and 10, ball on the 32-yard line. Geno's going to make a run, and Geno's going to get brought down there as Singleton gets the nice sack as well. As this just not been a night here for Geno Smith whatsoever here in Vegas. As we get another one there. Oh, it's Hofana. I think that's how he says it. I went on Google to the pronunciation thing, and I think that's how I said it. I might be wrong. I have to look again. As we'll see a play action here from Geno. Pass there. Oh, nice hit, but just cannot bring the receiver down. They finally do as they wrap up Michael Mayer instead. And that's a loss there on the play. I was trying to look at my card here that shows the names. I really did work on my penmanship. 3rd and 20. I think I might have to pull up my computer instead and look at the names of the players here instead here in the future. And my computer, my other screen is right next to me here on my desk. So, but yeah, you see, we made a nice stop there defensively. And now let's see what our offense can do here. So back on our own 29. It'll be a 1st and 10. Hand off here is Dobson trying to run this one. But they are not going to budge there. They're going to actually force him to go back a yard. So 2nd and 11 coming up. Ball their own 28-yard line. Man in motion. Looks like it's Mims. Pass there. Quits. Mims going to get the catch, and he's going to get this one at the 32. As they get everybody on the line here quickly. So now 3rd and 7 coming up here. Nix here looks here. He's going to fire this one and finds the halfback. Dobson on the catch. 1st and 10. Nice play as they're able to convert there on the 3rd down. Ball's now at the 42-yard line. Hand off to R.J. Harvey. And Harvey is going to get this one there as he's going to gain a 4. Of course, we've seen what he can do already here in today's game. And he's done very well for himself. As that'll be it for the 3rd quarter. A hell of a hill to climb here for the Raiders. But I think for the most part here, I think we got a solid victory here. It's not crystallized and hardened just yet, but it's getting there. 42-17 as we go to the start of the 4th quarter. Nix here drops back in the pocket, gets out of that near that Raiders defensive player almost grabbed him, but he's able to throw this one there to Mims and gets a great 1st down as they're going to stop him at the 25. So nice reception there for him as he's able to get Mims to move the chains and of course get himself a nice 1st down. As we'll see a handoff here, that's going to be Harvey. Harvey breaking off a tackle before he's finally wrapped up and put down there quickly. As he does get there for the few yards that he got. It's Wilson gets the stop there on him. 2nd and 4 coming up. Ball in the 19. Oh, a little shovel pass as that's going to go to R.J. Harvey. As he is now looking, or they're looking at now a 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 1 coming up here for our Broncos, as we'll see a nice dive there for our QB. Nice job there as we're able to move the chains. Finally, things like plays like that are finally going our way as we do convert there on the 3rd down. 1st and 10, ball at the 15-yard line here. So we'll again go back to the ground, and this time we'll feed Harvey again, as we'll get a gain of 3 on that play. It's now on the 11-yard line here, 2nd and 7. I think Vegas knows that this is probably going to be a score here, as we'll see a pass there attempt, and that's going to be a nice gain there. It's going to get us a few more yards here. That's actually going to give you enough for a 1st down. Try to get that into the end zone here, but that time we do this time, as that's going to be a touchdown. Broncos, let's ride. Not Harvey, it's Dobson getting the catch there, looking back, snagging it, and going up the field. Nice finish there for him, and that's going to now really put this game out of reach for the Raiders. 11 plays, 69 yards, giggity. As that was a nice drive there for them. 49-17 here. We'll see the Raiders come back out here again offensively. And pretty much now they're just trying to play for pride here in this situation, as the odds of them getting back in this ball game, they'll definitely need a huge prayer. They would have to the Broncos would have to be brain dead if they were able to come back. But that's a good pass right there. That's a way to get something going there. As Jacoby Myers there makes a great big catch there, putting him at the 25 yards there on that pass. Ball in the 49. Gino here running, and Gino's going to get brought down there. Nice sack as we get a hold of him again. And that is Big Nick Bonito making that sack there. Nice stop there to Gino, as Gino's starting getting that momentum going his way. We'll see what we can do here on this 2nd and 17. Pass there. Nice screen. Going to Jency. Jency gets this one there, and he's going to get down to the 45. As he's just 5 yards short of the 1st. 3rd down coming up. We'll go back to the pass, and of course this time they'll pass it. This one, as that'll be a reception. As that'll be Myers that time who gets the catch. As we'll see the screen pass there. And they're able to do a good job there wrapping him around, coming off around that edge there. So now 4th and 8 coming up here. Obviously the Raiders are going to have to go for it if they want to get back and stay in this game. As you see a pass there being completed. It's going to be solid. As that's going to be in the end there for the catch there at the 37 by Trey Tucker. We'll go for another pass, and that ball is going to be batted away, as the receiver didn't really have a chance of getting that one at all. So now 2nd down coming up here for the Raiders. Gino here again drops back. Gino looks here, fires there, finds Brock. And Brock Bowers there getting that ball at the 25. They're really moving down the field here. Of course, they know that time's not really on their side here, but just try to make the score of the board look a little bit more better. Make this box score look a little more better, that they were fighting in this game than they actually were. I mean, don't get me wrong, there were some moments, but for the most part, our defense did a great job here, just taking over, as well as our offense. 2nd and 7 coming up. Gino here now on the run. Gino being tracked down by 2 defenders. That's going to be Singleton and Nick Bonito. He's going to find his way into the end zones. He turns on the thrusters, and he is gone. Touchdown, Raiders. Nice run there from the QB. Like I said, he knew that there's not much left in this game, but he was trying to put everything out there. Did a great job there running away from us, and especially against Nick Bonito and Cooper and all those guys. As we'll see, our quarterback now makes a little run there for a gain of 2. Now, about 4:30 left here in this final quarter. We'll get back to the ground game here as Dobson runs this one there. It'll be a ball at their own 32-yard line here. It'll be a 3rd and 6. As we'll see here what they'll try to do. They'll probably pass here, I imagine. I'd be surprised if they run. Looks like, yeah, because it looks like the open backfield there for Nix. Pass there is going to be complete. Crossing the 50. And Sutton, actually, no, Sutton will actually get stopped at the 40. They'll mark him actually at the 49. He'll roll into the 50. To the opposition's 49, but they'll stop him at the his own 49. So now we'll see a handoff here. Run and looks at Dobson. Dobson, nice job as he runs this one there. Nice carry. As the Raiders here trying their best to, of course, stop this run here, but this run so far in both games here, they have not done a good job at it whatsoever. So they have to go back to the drawing board and probably look at more game film here and see how they can stop them next season. 49-24 is the ball game. Nix here quickly passes there. That's going to go to Mims, and Mims going to get this one inside the 30 as he's able to move the chains. And there's a 2-minute warning there for the Broncos. Now the Broncos pretty much now can run this out and just have control of the clock here. 1st and 10, ball on the 29, handoff here. They're going to get to the fullback here. He's going to run this one. He's going to stumble his way into the inside the 20. Nice rumble there for him. As that's going to be Troutman. And that's going to put us at the 11-yard line. Nice run there for him. As we're just kind of, again, just trying to wear down this, clock here as well as the possession. As you'll see, Dobson runs this one. He's going to get himself inside the 5. And about 1:10 left here. As we'll see here. Jump ahead here. 2nd and 3 coming up. 39 seconds here. We'll see a run. And then Dobson is going to be stopped just short of the marker. The first down. There'll be a 3rd and 1 coming up here for them. Are they going to run this one here and really lay it to the Raiders? No. That is going to be your ball game as the Raiders will come up short in this one again. This time a little bit better than the first time around. But it'll be a 49-24 ball game. As the Raiders go down twice in a few weeks here. Actually, this is what, week 14. So the last 4 weeks we beat them twice in a row and beat them pretty good. So, but this time they played a lot more intelligent, a lot more smarter than they did the previous time. So, but yeah, I'm proud of our guys here. These last few weeks here have been great, and especially today's episode. We didn't do such a great job in the running department or in the pass department either. Even though we did have only one interception, but today I think they were kind of saving that up for this one here today, as Commanders game. It was, entertaining, but I think they were kind of saving up all their energy and stuff like that, and figure like, okay, we can at least get out of here with a win by 3, like at best, like. But we got to focus on the Raiders game. So we got the Raiders. We're past the Raiders now. We still got 2 more divisional games coming up. We got the Chiefs and Chargers, which will be in episode number 9. But episode 8, we'll have, of course, a big game coming up here. We're going to go up against the Green Bay Packers, who've been by far the best team in the league so far right now this season. And we'll see if we can go head-to-head with them. Bo Nix, 26 of 32, 290. Completed 81% of his passes there. Had 6 touchdowns in the game. As long as passing touchdown was 32 yards. Geno Smith, 22 of 29. He completed 75% of his passes. He threw for 281 yards. And, of course, his longest pass was 67 yards for the day. As we take a look at the rushing numbers there, of course, Dobson, 20, 134. No rushing touchdowns there for him, but he did have 7 broken tackles and a nice run of 20 yards. Harvey, of course, had a nice day as well. He had over 100 yards, literally going almost out of the first quarter. 9 carries for 121 yards, touchdown for him, as he had a big 53-yard or 58-yard run there that got him a touchdown there. Jency, 7 of 24. Smith, 3 of 26 there for him. Receiving wise, Myers, 7 of 99. Mims, 6 of 71, a touchdown. Dobson had a touchdown through the air, even though he was denied on the ground. 6 of 36 there for the air game. Sutton, 5 for 72 and a touchdown. And Ingram had a nice day. He has 5 catches for 78 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns there. So I almost forgot about that. Jency, 4 catches for 40 yards. Tucker had 4 catches for 86 yards or 85 yards and a touchdown. Sheffield had 3 catches for 30 for a touchdown. Byers for the Raiders had 2 catches for 19 and a touchdown there for him. So not a bad day at all for our guys offensively. And defensively, it was just as well, but we'll see those numbers here in just a bit. Raiders, there you see their numbers. Of course, their top guy there, Pratt, had 11 tackles. Bishop had 7 tackles for, actually, no. Who had the most TFLs? I can't remember who. I know Porter had 1 there for them. But defensively, it was a really brutal day for them. Not too much to show there, obviously, because of the way obviously the score. But yeah, we did. I think like I said, this is by far one of my favorite divisional games so far this season. And then, of course, you see our numbers there. Greenlaw had a TFL as well as 9 tackles in the game. Zach, 4 tackles, 2 TFLs, and a sack and a half there for him. Cooper had 3 tackles, 2 TFLs, and 2.5 sacks for the game. There you see our TFL leaders. I mentioned some of them. And then, like I said, Cooper had the most sacks there. He had 2.5 sacks in the game for us. So really nice job there, defense. That's the type of defense I want to see us play. And that's what I want to, that's going to be, like I said, we got to be helpful, obviously, here, when we started the season, we wasn't, we had our times where we have flashes of good offense, and then, have good defense, and then it came like, oh shit, we don't have the 2 New York games we played back to back. It's like, oh man, this is really bad. Like, we should not be getting smoked this bad. But also too, we had some guys that were coming back. We had a couple guys that were injured, and that also plays in the factor as well. But I think, like I said, for the most part, the changing the game plan and the scheme and all that kind of stuff really helped out here. You see a couple guys here get some upgrades here. Marvin Mims as one of them there, getting a nice little upgrade there for his effort in that game as well. So that is nice to see. But yeah, I'm really ecstatic. Like the last couple of games here now have been really good. The team is very focused right now, and we're hoping that will continue as we go along here in the season. There you see Coach Shilo talking about the defense, and he is very happy and very proud of the defense, and of course of what Chris Abram Drains did. Even though he didn't get his interception that he was looking for there, but hey, he actually got a dev. Oh wow, he's a star dev now. Wow, so they went ahead and upgraded him there. So that's good to see. And then of course there you see the press conference after the game, talking to the press. Of course, we gave the love and all the flowers there to the defense, especially to Patrick Stan, who's the captain of the defense there. They were talking to the local media there, but there you see 28-6 there. Jackson and the not Falcons. Jeez, wrong bird. Ravens get that pickup of the win. Chargers taking on the Eagles. Both 8-4. They're in Los Angeles. And we'll see a pass here as Jalen Hurts zips this one there. Nice pass there. He's going to find the end zone. He actually finds the end zone 3 times as the Eagles knock off the Chargers 39-17. meaning we are now in first place in the AFC West. Yes, that's what I love to see. Thank you, Eagles, for that win, knocking off the Lightning as the lights dim in Los Angeles as they get a loss. Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, and Browns are your division there in the AFC North. Right now, Steelers have a 3-game losing streak on their hands right now. They got to try to shake off. In the AFC South, you got the Jacksonville Jaguars 9-4, Colts 5-8, Titans also 5-8, and Texans 2-11. Right now, the Titans have a 3-game losing streak on their hands as well. Jaguars have a 2-game winning streak. They're looking really good here. Like I said, they've been pretty solid here the last couple of episodes. You guys notice T-Law is them down in Jacksonville doing their thing. Bills right now tied with the Patriots, 8-5. The Bills right now on a 3-game winning streak. Dolphins 7-6, along with the Jets down there in the basement there in the AFC East. So pretty much it's just a 2-team race there for that division. Packers, of course, 11-2 right now. They are coming off of a win after losing the week prior to that. Of course, the Lions 7-6, Vikings 6-7, and the Bears, they're at 5-8 right now on a 2-game losing streak. So, yeah, right now just pretty much the Lions and Packers, and really the Packers, the only 2 losses that came from them so far this season are from the Lions. Lions knocked them off twice. So, yeah, and then the Falcons and the Bucks 7-6, both pretty much. I mean, it's pretty much a 3-team race because you still got the Saints there at 6-7. That can change really quickly. But the Panthers are long gone from out of this one here. They're pretty much done for the season for the title there in the NFC South. NFC East, of course, you got the Eagles flying high there at 9-4. Currently on a 4-game winning streak. Thank you so much for beating the Chargers. Giants 8-5. They're sniffing at their heels. The Eagles and of course the Commanders 6-7, and the Cowboys, yeah, they are 2-11. They are really having a tough time right now this year. And of course there you see the Rams 5-8, along with the 49ers and Cardinals all have a winning record right now. Right now, 49ers by far the best team right now. They're the hottest team with 3 games won there in their division. Of course the Seahawks, oh man, it's so depressing. Even though we know in real life they won the Super Bowl, but now looking at this is like, wow, what happened? I would have to say injuries, but I don't know. But right now, I think the Packers are by far the best team in the league right now, but we're starting to get hot. 6 games in a row we have won, 9-4 right now, 9-4. Chargers 8-5, Chiefs 7-6, and the Raiders 4-9. They are currently on a 2-game skid. And coming up next episode, we are taking on that Pack as they are currently 11-2. They have been flying high, and they'll have to come and hopefully we can bring them down to earth here in Mile City, as we will host them there at Empowered Field at Mile High for this nice matchup here. They by far across the board there, you see 86 overall, 87 offense, 85 defense, but I think we can definitely keep up with them. I'm confident that our team can do it, and I cannot wait to see how things are going to turn out. Of course, we also have this Jacksonville game as well. So we got 2 teams right now, division leaders, that are playing some really good football like us. It's going to be a showdown. It's going to be a fun 2 weeks here. So we'll play weeks 15 and 16 coming up in the next episode, you guys. And of course, I'm even though we need to be focused on these 2 games here, but if you look down the line here, week 17 and 18, we got some divisional matchups. Got the Chiefs. We got to go to Arrowhead. Of course, the Chargers have to come to Mile High. So, got a lot of the last 4 weeks are going to be very interesting for us. But that is it for this episode today of the Denver Broncos franchise. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new. And of course, hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series that happens to be uploaded here to the channel. And of course, definitely go check out our main channel here on YouTube at ESGNet. for some more content, as well as got the Ravens franchise, which we're about to get kicked back into again here very soon. So if you missed out on season 1, you can pretty much catch up pretty quick here, because season 2 will be rolling out here very soon. I'm already in production of that right now, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's it for this episode of the Denver Broncos Mission Recondition. We're looking good right now. Let's go, Broncos country. Let's ride. As always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you all next time.